right. Thank you, Joan. And thank you, Tony Brewer. Thank you, April. Everybody at the Writers Guild. It's awesome to be here. Been super excited all week. Um, got a lot of poems I'm gonna try to get through, so we're just gonna get it going. This first one is called Bad Bye. The fluid, the untamable, the words, words, words. Haven't you heard? An apology without change behavior is you, ever the manipulator, and me, knowing better yet always yielding when you say it'll be different this time. Damn straight it will. This time, you don't get to come where I'm going, because I want that new. Tell me something I don't know. No, wait, how could you? Always the same old. And we've done this too many times, my love. Said goodbye and meant it. This one is called Slow Mo. I don't miss the silence. I miss not knowing what it sounded like when you were screaming my name. I can't condone the violence, but when you hit me, I swear it feels like a kiss. I guess I'm going insane, and that you're going with me. If you need proof, I got 101 more than 50, so did you want to do it the hard way, or take the easy way out? Whatever you do, just keep my name out your mouth, because I don't miss the silence. I just don't really speak unless I'm spoken to. It's trying to dress some open wounds and got some things I know I'm supposed to do. I should really be addressing soon that I've been putting off, and it's off-putting. I've got this cough that isn't yielding, plus the armor I've been wielding isn't shielding this. And I've taken all the damages. It's as dangerous to coexist with angels as the demons is. It's the same difference. It's a new religion, but it's the same religion. Someone tell me once I've done enough to say I'm finished. Ravaged with a wicked sickness, and have barely budged off the soapbox since I found my footing. I've been relentless. Gave my all to gaining some forgiveness, and the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? The proof of the putting up with what you gotta do to be so sure that you won't ever lose it again. Cause I couldn't take it if it took me again. Can't shake that feeling how it felt when you couldn't look at me then. Now I could close my eyes and you just take me all in. You say it won't ever be the same, and I say nah, and I wouldn't want it any other way than it's been. What can I say? What did they say? Home is where the heart is. Can't get home from here. Just go away. So heartless, you're homeless. Almost made me the same. I think we both know where we've been ain't gotta be where we're going. But you let the devil in slow motion. And then it all sped up. Now I'm too fed up to my neck, drowning again. And when I drink the holy water, with the sweat, it just sizzles on my skin. This one is called Thaw. The first freeze withered, rendered the relentless, unrelenting, hibernation, stasis, a time where all that could not be mended, melted, meddled into something basic, a spine cracked, acid flashbacks. That look in your eyes was never for me. It was your own soul trying to find its way out. Wonder where you are by now. This one's called Wormholes. I knew you were a time traveler. That morning you awoke with laugh lines. You never smiled that much for me. The morning after the crow's feet appeared, I sensed the end was near, and wish I had read between the lines sooner. A little overeager to appear that nothing was wrong, that nothing was right. If I could go back in time, I'd travel to that last night hike on the boardwalk. Your eyes always seem to adjust quicker than mine, but I trust that you take my hand. And even if I slipped and plunged into the water, you'd never let me drown. Here now, water in lung, Your last kiss still on the tip of my tongue. To say goodbye, not as an act of revival. This one is called That Old Song. When happiness writes white, I would prefer a blank page to the misery that loves the company of thieves. You're just a wolf in sheep's clothing, a dog that don't know it's off its leash. Withholding my comments till the end, the addendum, a red rum. A singular murder is a crow, trying to go it alone, and we were both dead wrong. But a rose by any other name is still that same song you used to sing sweetly under your heavy breath. A revenant and a remnant of a lost cause. When you come again, won't you do it in soft prose? Because the saying goes, comes around again, goes around again, and it comes, and it goes. No ring around my rosy complexion, put a posy in my pocket, I'm here seeking resurrection. Your sickness in remission, but the land of the lost souls expects you back again, and they've missed your presence as much as I've been a man on a mission. Unpublished, but the whole world's my submission. Essential essence, that fusion got them smelling me different. Didn't have opposable thumbs when we first met. Our names were sung as music. Then we forgot the words, but I still remember the tune of it. And it's you I hum to calm myself. And the buzz muffled it out. Said I don't like your tone, bet I could give you something to moan about. Or at least I would if I wasn't stuck here at my mama's house. We all make our choices, lest they make us complacent. I'm prying now, no longer in stasis, seeking oasis back to basics, but you've always been so extra, extra. Read all about it, or don't. It still is what it is, no matter how wrong the heart wants what it wants. Just wish you weren't sleeping next to him at night, trying to recall the lyrics to our old song. But you know me, and I'll wait forever. That is, if you aren't too long. This one is called The Morning Cloak. I'd write you love songs, but you keep breaking my heart, so it's just these sad songs. But don't you hate this part? When you wake up in the morning and you see what you've done did, can't be undid, messing up again. Of course we done did everything that we said that we wouldn't. But that's in the past, it should stay that way, shouldn't it? It's like our bodies were temples of excavated ruins, but the continuum continued on until our real names sounded just like music. And every time I get in a flow state, she hums the vibration, I get out my low state. I got her shaking, I'm shaking, it's burning up in here. I'm shaking, she's shaking, it's burning up in here. I'm shaking, she's shaking, it's burning up in here. I'm shaking, she's shaking, it's burning us. This one's untitled, for now. And that's the way we burn, with the fire on our insides out, until there's nothing left to blow in the wind. I remember how I could read the last words on your lips like newspaper ash. I knew if I touched you, I knew if I touched you, you'd disintegrate. And I couldn't stop thinking about it then, and I can't stop thinking about it now. And I've wondered, wandering about, is it better or worse to know that the last time is the last time? I guess it depends on if you say what you need to, or if you're stuck in silence, still wandering, wondering. And you know me well, though I haven't been. I've always stayed stuck on you. Now I'm as gone as you've been missing, but I've no interest in going back. What would I even do? Run circles around us both? Kick up enough wind to wipe that smile off your mouth for good? Maybe loosen the road? If it's a loser's game, should you play to win? I don't even know. I gave up all hope so long ago, couldn't tell you where it's been. Cry me a river again, double-digit deficit. But with all this rain we've been getting, I wonder if you're still 6 feet under. Maybe you've finally risen to meet me. Thank you. This one is called Grade B. In a past life, I drowned in a flood of maple syrup. Or at least that's what I tell myself when situations get sticky. See, I trained for this. Keep my wits about me and the gains will keep stacking up. Now I've cut my losses. They don't make them like me anymore. That's why I had to make myself do it. All it takes is a willingness to get a little bit sticky and the tenacity to stick to it. This one is called Metanoia. Anything is better than a life standing still, you said, while spinning out. I really doubt you remembered your pills, but the words spilling out your mouth didn't leave me tongue-tied. It's just that I always forget the word for how it feels when I feel nothing. I'm not so apathetic, not so melancholy. Sometimes it's just nothing. Nothing at all. You still didn't write or call me. I haven't heard a word since I broke mine. I tried to make it up, no dice, but I still remember your number, even the landline. But look, you took my lifeline. It was just breaking up, just like I bottomed out. And that was a small crime compared to tucking out completely. I mean, whatever happened to whatever you need, whenever you need me. Cause I wasn't eating. There wasn't nothing in the fridge but condiments, or else maybe I'd get lucky enough to be eating ramen again. How could you do me like this? You choose your friends as family and then you go and change your mind again? Yeah, I've been better, but I've been so alone. Not to mention the loneliness still when I ain't the only one home, and I was fearing my feels cause I was feeling my fears. But you ride the tiger till it tires, you gotta break its spirit before yours does. Survival of the fittest is why I don't own a gun. So I just never fit in. I wasn't one of them. Still, I never really relented. Just gotta start keeping watch of who I'm asking for forgiveness, cause I've given blood for some who wouldn't spit in my mouth when I was dying of thirst. All the while wondering, could I ever get better when all I do is make it worse? Just wait. Now you were so cold while shooting ice in your veins. Like there wasn't no explanation for the pain at first. Somehow the cure became the curse, and don't you remember? I spent that whole night just mapping you out at first. And I would have spent my whole life exploring that town of you if it weren't for the bout, the impending doom, the curse you couldn't cure. Is there a doctor in the house? The beauty and the et tu brute. I hope you know what I mean, cause I don't even have the words today. Not like you hear a word I say. But they say the best revenge is living well, and I'm gonna get you back someday. You won't see me in hell, but babe, I know you'll find your own way. And I guess you'll want to fight about it. Guess we always were fighters, had to tuss it out, we battled. When it's something worth living for and wound up settling for a death rattle. Towers have crumbled, towers of Babel, the miscommunication. How is it that your accent is just live TV? Mine is a mumble. You never know what I mean. And the bees in the trap, trap the bees in the trap, trap the bees and bees, yeah. And God will save the queen, right? Yeah, God will save the queen of hearts. But I'm done pretending to be your suicide king. And we both know I've always been a wild card. This one is called Hot Shot. I took my half out the middle. I'm just so damn tired of living on the edge. Never cared for all your riddles. Forgot most of what you said. But I remember how it felt when you claimed you'd never leave me. Right before you fled. Okay, I was greedy, I was needy, I was stuck all in my head, but I was bleeding. You were twisting the knife again and again, and I just leaned right in. Because the pain felt realer than what I used to numb it with. Drank the tainted Flavor Aid on an empty stomach, cause you said I'd never know you if I didn't. But I don't know how you could ever claim to love me when I fainted to the taste of my own bloody knuckles. And you just said, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. Like you didn't give me the first punch. This one is called My Own Biggest Fan. That's me, I'm my own biggest fan. Everyone should be their own biggest fan. If you're not, you should really ask yourself some questions about why that is. The white noise, gaining speed, going nowhere. Got myself an invite. Some days are made to spend surrendering all sense of satisfaction, so tomorrow morning we can wake up a little closer to it. This one is called Trespass. Never held a razor under my tongue. My sharp teeth were keen enough to cut through the rind. The portal itself looks suspiciously like a dead end, but the grind ground me down enough to know there's an open field behind that no trespassing sign, put up only to deter those unwilling to make the decision to go beyond what an unknown authority supposes should be the end of the line. They want to keep you away from ever being able to find yourself, but everywhere I went, there I was. Had to find a way to live with it. I remember you mentioning that the return trip always seems quicker than the journey there, but I wouldn't know. When I left what I knew, I made my mind up. I'm never going back. Alright, this one is called L'appel de vide. Maybe if I pronounced the French right, which I probably didn't. The Call of the Void. The before times met their end when I fell through the hole in the world, a dismal witness to eternity, made whole in an abyss. The destination is the journey, an intention of purpose. A path etched on palms I'd swear they tried to read while taking my fingerprints at the station. Arrived dead to rights and righting the wrong in channel on toilet paper with toothpaste. One man's trash is another man's escape plan. And today, I'm breaking through to the boundless. This one is called Shifting Shapes. The first step of shape shifting is to exhaust all other options. Past what the seer saw, the thinker thought, the somersault of cycles, spinning through the cosmic constellations, forwards, onwards. Suspend all disbelief. Disengage allegiance to words you've been taught to wonder in. Confront again the urge to plunder and pillage and ponder the what-ifs that make you consider what is may not be so. The second step is just to go, slowly, full throttle, into the stillness. The third step is redacted. Even if I could tell you, you wouldn't be able to listen. The sound of metamorphosis is not within the range a human ear can interpret. Plus, the final step is the realization that to shapeshift, all you have to do is exist. To become who you want to be, though, well, you gotta do that with intention. This one is called Golden Repair. Send me love and light. Send me darkness and waves. You think I don't know the difference between everything you say and what you really mean? Stitches in time ripped them out at the seams. It ain't the first time I've been made to bleed. Woke up from our nightmare, living in my daydream, stuck inside a rhyme scheme. It riddles me still. Break a pattern, repair. Kintsugi style. I like me better this way. Your opinion is irrelevant. This one is called Unhoused. I'd also like to thank whoever put these clips here, because it's definitely coming in handy. Unhoused. I'd rather not have an address than pay property taxes on land stolen from my ancestors and borrowed from future generations of Slaves to a system that enrages me to see red and blue and a purple hue. They think they're royalty, and really we're just royally screwed if we can't lefty-loosey a righty-tighty situation find some middle ground before we lose it all. Because aren't we giving away just as much as they are willing to take? Yeah, I get it, you hate the government, but this isn't a political statement. It's our harsh reality. And you could say I'm an anarchist, but really I just don't want to be another casualty for a company called the United States, an anachronism when they try to divide us. Printing money freely, and we're all too broke to protest at the risk of losing health insurance or a paycheck-to-paycheck existence, when the devil you know seems safer than the what-ifs of losing it all. And I'm just checking. If the purpose of life is to live it, then why are we as Americans so suicidal? Maybe you shouldn't meet your idols, but what about your ideals? It's hard to live with integrity when you're worried about your next meal, and if I gave $1 to every person on the corner with a sign that said anything helps, pretty soon I need to hold a sign myself. Luckily, cardboard and a Sharpie is easier to come by than a solution to this freedom malarkey. So till my last heartbeat, if I can help you, I will. They say hurt people hurt people. I say that time has come for healing people to heal. One last one. This one is called Free the World. I'm just a soul whose intentions I pray are understood. When I say that, the evil that men do ain't nothing in comparison to the men who claim to be good. Sit and watch the doomsday clock tick-tock on down, as if they can't do nothing, even when they know they should, before it happens in this town. You shrug it off and say, that's just war, this lack of peace, and it's happening overseas, so what's it even got to do with me? Like our overseers haven't been helping themselves to your helpings? When they come for you when there's no one else left to speak, you're gonna wish that you yelled out for the helpless. Every purchase that you make makes you complicit. When you know they're killing men, women, and children with your tax dollars, and you don't even holler against it, it's not about religion. This is our free will and the choices we make with it. Because how many bombs have they dropped? Because of those red 40 hot chips that you bought. It's a catch-22 when we're Salem's Lot. Man's gotta eat, this is dog eat dog. They're trying to kill us all. And it's not enough to revolt. We need to evolve. It's the information age, but what isn't withheld is held just over your head like it's a dangling carrot. So you treat Google like it's God, and God like it's an angry parent. Always waiting for the other shoe to drop, like you weren't the one who's walked miles wearing it. Claiming you want the truth, but all you do is cover your ears when you hear it, and we all know this genocide isn't fake news. In fact, that term was coined when some of us started getting too close to the truth. Act like your hands are tied for long enough, and eventually they'll turn that rope into your noose. The sense of impending doom has been getting old. I'm ready to explode, about to blow the lid off. How the pot's been calling the kettle black for too long. It's a one-party system, and none of us are invited. You know why they tell us that we'll die alone if we stand united? It's because we outnumber them all. And they're just trying to keep us frightened. I'm not scared of the dark anymore. It's time for us all to turn our lights on. We can solve every problem with compassion, love, and kindness. Because the revolution won't be televised. And it's not because the cable's too expensive. The next step in our evolution doesn't happen in the third dimension, and they know it. That's why they're pulling all these mind tricks about their true intentions, because need I remind you, the evil that men do only happens because men who claim to be good sit back and watch a genocide happen, saying that there ain't nothing that they can do. But need I remind you that you have a voice too. And when thoughtful, committed people work together, there ain't nothing that we can't do. So free yourself, and we'll free the world. Who's running this human race anywhere? Thank you so much.